I used to sell crack. That's a fact. That's how we jumping off for the next joke, okay? Good, you're on board. I used to sell crack, and my dad used to smoke crack, and I figured if I was gonna have a dysfunctional family, so were y'all niggas. And so, I used to sell crack, and me and my boy was out selling crack one day. I've known this guy since I was 7 years old. This lady walks up to us and she goes, hey, I get paid tomorrow, can you hook me up today? And my boy says to her, what are you willing to do? And she says to my boy, anything. And my boy says in response to that, oh, well then holler up my ass. What? He said that out of his mouth to a fucking person. He said, holler up my ass. I speak English, nigga. I know what all of those words mean individually. Holler up my ass. I don't know what they mean in that order. What the fuck are you saying? Holler up my ass. In context, I couldn't figure this shit out. You mean cuss your ass out? What the hell is you trying to say? I didn't know. And here's what pissed me off the most. That lady looked right at him and said, okay. Bitch, how you know what it means? Now I'm angry and I can't figure out whether I should leave because this shit seems too intimate for me. Or if I should say, because I need to tell a story later, you know. And I'm standing there and my boy pulls his pants and his underwear down right under his butt cheeks like he's an Instagram model trying to make his ass look fatter. And then this lady gets down on one knee like she's about to propose to his balloon knot. And she takes her thumbs and she spreads his ass cheeks apart. She gets right up in there and she goes, and my boy goes, and that's when I stopped selling crack. I didn't sign up for that shit. Nigga just wanted some sneakers. The fuck is we doing, you know what I mean? You gotta call somebody and tell them that story. You can't walk around with that on your spirit by yourself. Don't nobody know but me, Paul, and the ass hollering? No, somebody need to know. And I can't call my girlfriend and be like, hey, you know Paul that come over the house and play the game sometime? Yeah, the one that like your henny wings. Yeah, that one. Yeah, he like to get his ass hollered up. Well, no, I don't know how to explain it better than that, baby. It's self-explanatory. It's ass hollering. I know it sounds crazy. I couldn't do it. So I called my dad, because I know my dad been through some shit. If you smoke crack, you've seen some shit, you know what I mean? So I called my dad, I said, hey man, I need to talk to you. He said, I need to talk to you too, come to the house. So I get to my dad's house, he looks like he's seen a ghost. I said, shit man, you go first. He said, all right, look, the other day, me and my boy was out getting high, and we ran out of cash, we had to go to the ATM machine. I said, Dad, let me stop you right there. You don't have to say ATM machine because the M in ATM is for machine, which you effectively said was ATMM, and that's just stupid. He said, shut the fuck up, it's my story. I said, fair enough, continue. He said, we at the ATM machine. And this guy pulls up, he says, hey, before you get your cash out, cancel that, you can come party with me for free. I look at my boy looks at me, he said, sounds good, let's roll. We get in the car. He said, you should know this dude is gay. I said, why should I know that? He said, put a pin in it, it's gonna make sense later. I said, oh shit. He said, we get to his house, son, and immediately I'm uncomfortable because when I sat down on the couch, there was a 12-inch dildo on the mantelpiece looking directly at me. I said, Dad, dildos can't see. He said, shut the fuck up. It had one eye and it was looking directly at me. He said, then the dude said, I need to go in the room and slip into something more comfortable. And I was confused because he was wearing a velour tracksuit. And we're gonna be honest, there's nothing more comfortable than a velour tracksuit. But then he came out and he was wearing a kimono that was so short, I could see that one of his balls was deformed, but I didn't want to say nothing because I was too busy having a staring contest with this one-eyed dildo. And the dude said, I got an announcement to make. You can smoke as much as you want all night long. The only thing is, you have to allow me to suck your dick. I said, what did you say, Dad? He said, honestly, I didn't even hear him at first. Because I was too busy having a staring contest with this one-eyed dildo. But then I saw something white moving in my periphery and I looked over and my boy was in some tighty whities, smoking a rock, getting a blowjob. I stood up and I said, I need to go to the ATM machine. And my boy said, I'm coming too. But I didn't hear him say two. I just heard him say, I'm coming. So I ran, I slapped the dildo off the mantelpiece, I locked the door behind me, I got in the car and I left that motherfucker right there. Thing about those two stories, both of them 100% true. 6 months ago, I was in Virginia doing a show. My dad came, brought a bunch of my family with him. At the middle of that story, right at the point where I said, lock the door, he said, wait a minute. That was the same day you was gonna tell me about Paul getting his ass hollered up? That's crazy as fuck.